Congratulations.
Well, he is, you know, we started him based on the fact that I just didn't feel comfortable starting the first game out of the gate with 4 freshmen on the court. And he proved me right. He gave up some offensive rebounds, would hurt us, but if he's playing with that much confidence, the good outweighs the bad. And so, you know, Bam, you know, we talked for a week about not fouling. He is so big when he moves, he fouls. And I told him, you got to just be aware, you got to have high hands, you can't be pushing in the back, you can't have hands on people, you can't go after a block you have no business getting. You know, that was a bunch of freshmen, and you could tell we didn't defend. You know, they shoot 44%, 45%, and we gave up some baskets. I like the fact that we had 21 assists, 13 turns for the first game out of the gate, and that team denies wings. Cal has them denying passes, denying wings, which could lead to turnovers. And so we had 13, and 4 of them were Isaiah Briscoe. So he and De'Aaron had 7 of our 13, which is pretty good, being that the other guys have 6 turnovers amongst our team.
Questions?
Did De'Aaron make up for his turnovers with his 12 assists?
De'Aaron, the issue for he and Malik are defensively and rebounding. Now, I got on De'Aaron, and he started rebounding at the end of the game. He ended up with 5 rebounds, I think. Is that what he had? 4. But Malik ends up with no rebounds? Come on. Come on, if you can put your head on the rim, you can go in and rebound the ball. So, you know, those guys off the ball, it's typical freshman stuff. You know, Sasha first game out, I thought Isaac looked a little more comfortable, mainly because he's played here for a year. But we'll see how we go forward. And, you know, I played guys a lot of minutes now. We played 3 guys 30 minutes. And, you know, that's a lot of minutes for. I thought Wenyon was terrific too, by the way. I thought Wenyon played well. Could have played more. Probably should have played him more.
John, that kind of leads into my question. You know, for Wenyon to be in that kind of situation, how much of a surprise was that for him to have those kind of points?
No, I mean, he's been doing it. It's just, he has been starting in practice. I just changed up 2 days ago because I didn't feel comfortable starting 4 freshmen. But you know what I like is five guys in double figures and the other 2 with 9 and 8. You know, that's how we play here. Now you say, well, you know, they're all McDonald's All-Americans. They scored 30 points a game. And yeah, you're not playing that way here. The biggest thing is having discipline defensively, and that's going to take us a lot of time. Now, Stephen F. Austin, you got to understand, they're going to win their league. I'll be stunned if they don't win their league. That's a big team. They got good guard play. They shoot the ball well. You know what they did. They came in and fought us now. There was no, like, they weren't giving us an inch. And we needed that kind of game. And Canisius is going to do the same. And then, you know, the game in New York, Michigan State just lost. So what, we're going to be playing a mean dog up in New York. So these 3 games to start off the year against, or when we're a bunch of freshmen, it's going to be a rough go.
John, could you just talk about the way that Willis started out, and you also briefly touched on your guards rebounding? I mean, Isaiah only had 1 to 5 guards, only had a total of 5 rebounds of the year, and had 4 of them.
Right, and he got those at the end. So it's something that we'll show on the tape. But look, I'm so proud of Derek Willis. He came up to me in practice to remind me of something we did in the zone offense. Like, he's the first one in practice, and he's the last one to leave. That went from, I blow the whistle, we're done with practice, and he would run to the door, and I'd say, Derek, can I talk to you guys first before you leave? And the last one walked. Now he's on a mission, and it's just, look, you build your own self-esteem, your own confidence. It's not what I say and what I do on the sideline. It is about you. Isaiah Briscoe has been in the gym working on his shooting. That's why he made that 3. Missed some free throws. Bam, the same. These guys are in there. They spend extra time. But in Derek's case, you know, it's taking time. And everybody's on a different calendar. You know, it's, you know, Derek's showing great maturity, and it's nice to have him and Dom to be able to say, look, we got two seniors that are in this rotation that are going to be able to give you quality minutes.
Isaac said yesterday that he's been working to develop some skills out away from the basket so he can play the four more and sort of be on the floor at the same time as Bam. He showed some stuff tonight that we really hadn't seen from him, getting the ball up high and attacking. What do you like about the way he's
Well, the first one he did because he just reacted to what happened. The second one he tried to do. Look, I really, with these guards, I don't need you to drive the ball. I need you to finish. You know, what I would say to you with he's in better shape than he's ever been in his life. He's bouncy. He now can guard, pick and roll better. He's in the post. He can continue to move his feet. He has better discipline than Sasha and Bam because he's older. But again, that discipline defensively, we you know, it's going to hurt us as we go forward, but it is what it is. And I talked to the staff. I mean, it's going to be a process. I can get on them to hold them accountable, but the reality of it is they're 17 and 18-year-olds. And you got Isaac, who's an 18-year-old sophomore, and you got Isaiah Briscoe, who's a sophomore. You got all young kids. These guys, I love the fact that they were like, man, no way. You're not doing this to us.
Coach, do you foresee, you said you had De'Aaron Fox play 30-plus minutes. Do you foresee him playing extended minutes, being your floor general, much like you was last year?
I don't think so because we didn't have anybody else that I felt comfortable putting the ball in their hands. We do now. But here's what I would say. If he catches up defensively, he'll play every minute he can be out there. But you can't just be out there. Like I said at halftime, you guys that are getting the minutes, you need to sub yourself. Be respectful of the other players on this team. If you're tired, come out. Don't try to just stay in the game. These other guys deserve to play too. And that's kind of what I'm saying to him. But he was really good today. I mean, he's just so good with the ball. He's long. He can finish around the goal. He's a terrific passer. You know, he's special. And you know, you saw Malik come to life a little bit, but he's still too casual. Can't be casual out there. You're like this. You're not like that. I'm coming after you. I have a wide open shot. I'm not taking a tiptoe. I'm making it like I'm guarded. Give me this one. I'm jumping and shooting. So they look. They're freshmen. They have things to learn. They'll be held accountable here in this program. They know it. They know they have to share. Other guys here can play, and they're doing that.
John, I know it's ridiculously early. Is there any one thing you'd like to see the team improve on Sunday before you head to New York?
Probably defensively. I don't think Canisius will play that type of man-to-man, which makes you play a little different. I'm glad they did it. I mean, what they do is they disrupt your offense. They take you out of what you want to do and make you play one-on-one. The issue is we're pretty good at playing one-on-one. But that's what they make you do. I think Kyle, what he's done with that team, and he's just taken over and shoot, he's done a good job. And now, Canisius, I don't know. I'm glad they played us some zone. We got the ball right where we wanted it. We didn't make the plays, but we'll watch the tape and show them what was there. You know, I thought it was pretty good stuff.
John, after the last game, you said that you can't play winning basketball without feeding the post. And can you comment on the progress that you're making in that area?
Well, I thought we did okay. Dom had a play in the wing away from us here that the guy was wide open, throw it in. There is no reason. Don't tell me. I don't want to hear it. Throw the ball into him. I thought the last play that Malik shot, Sasha was open. But you just got to show him on the tape. You know, you got to show him. Bam got in foul trouble. Then I started the half. I didn't want to go at Bam right away because I'm like, he's going to get another foul. He'll charge, do something. So let's just let him get going, which is what we did. You know, I had him shoot the technicals. Why did I have him shoot the technicals? Basketball bennies. Just let him build his own confidence. And if he misses, good. Now what are you going to do? You going to cry, or are you going to figure out how to make some free throws? I mean, he missed a couple more, and then he went up and he made two. Now, okay, now he's thinking good thoughts instead of bad thoughts. And so, you know, like I said, we're one of those teams that, so young, not enough discipline defensively, should be a better rebounding team. We got out-rebounded. They had 14 offensive rebounds. They out-rebounded us by 8 rebounds. They out-rebounded us.
Cal, there's been one question about, you know, will this catch up to you, maybe outside shooting? Michael Mulder tonight. did he
Yeah,
show
and he's got to do
something
better
that-
defensively so I can leave him on the floor. But you have Michael, I'm confident in Malik, I'm confident in De'Aaron. Isaiah shooting it better. You have Dom, you have Michael. How about Derek Willis? Now you saw Wenyon. I mean, I don't understand. You can say that. It's kind of like politics. Just keep saying it. It'll become true. Just say it and say it and say it over and over and over, and now it's true. I don't think it's true. So,
2 more.
John, can you talk about the rebounding, and they had 14 offensive rebounds?
yeah, well, we're going to go watch. I mean, a bunch of them were on Derek. A bunch of them were like on Sasha. Some of them were over the big guys' heads and the guards were taken off. I mean, we'll go look at it. Probably something we'll do on Sunday will be some rebounding things to get them to understand that. And we'll see.
All the way in the back.
You said a lot of this was building up your own confidence. How much of it is the mental aspect of the game for these guys at this point in the season?
Well, they have 21 assists, so their instincts are good. And, you know, we have enough in. I don't want to put any more in right now. Let's just get good at what we are. We only have a few things. You saw us. I'm not out there running 17 different offenses. We're just not ready for that. I'm more concerned about defense and rebounding and blocking shots. You know, we had 8 today, which is good, but they had 5. So, you know, like I'll tell you, this was a good game to wake everybody up to understand, okay, this is college basketball. You're not just walking, you're not beating people by 80. You're not just trying to dunk ball. You got to play basketball. You got to be disciplined. You got to create good shots for each other. You got to rebound. You got to be tough. You're not fouling tough. You were fouling tough. You just keep, yeah, that's tough, but you're not playing now. So all that stuff, you know, it's just going to be a process for us.
Just a reminder, we will not have media tomorrow, so if you got 1 or 2 questions for Sunday, now's the time.
I've not watched any tape on Canisius yet, so if you ask me, I haven't.
Chloe, come back real quick.
Coach, what's with the zone defense? Are we gonna see more of that this year?
It looked good, didn't it? I put that in yesterday. It was pretty good. We'll watch it on tape. We were big and long and active. Got the ball in the middle, but you know what? You get the ball in the middle and everybody's big, it's a tough play.
Anything else? All right, thanks everyone. We'll have De'Aaron, Isaiah,